In this video we're going to be looking at how to substitute values into formulae. So when we're given the value of a letter, we can put that into the equation to find the final answer. So the first thing we need to think about is the word substitute. What does it mean? So if we think about a substitute teacher, that's a teacher who comes in and replaces the teacher that you would normally have because they're not in school on that day. So let's start with an example. In this example, we're going to look at how to substitute the values of A and B into each of these expressions. So here they tell us that A is equal to 4 and B is equal to 5. So substituting these values in, wherever I see an A or a B, I'm going to put in the values 4 and 5. So for the first one, A plus B, nice and easy, we're going to substitute in the value of A, which is 4, and then we add on the value of B, which is 5. So 4 plus 5 equals 9. Similarly, for the next one, we've got A minus B. I know that A is equal to 4 and B is equal to 5. So 4 take away 5 gives me -1. Now for the next question, I've got AB. And now we need to remember that if we have two letters joined together, that it means multiplied. So I've got A multiplied by B. And the value of A is 4, the value of B is 5, so it's just 4 times 5, which is 20. Now the next one looks a little bit more complicated, but we're going to work it out in a similar way. So remember 2A means 2 times A. So 2 times A, 2 times 4, because A is 4, and then I have to add on 3 times B, and we know B is 5. So now working this out, 2 times 4 is 8, and you need to remember to use BIDMAS. And then we have to add on 3 times 5, which is 15. So now we have 8 add 15, which is 23. Now for the next one, we're going to do a similar thing. And we're going to substitute in the values of A and B. So here A is equal to 3 and B is equal to 2. So A squared, I'm going to substitute in the value of A, so that's 3, and then I square it. And you need to remember that 3 squared means that it's multiplied by itself, so 3 times 3, and that gives me 9. For the next one, we've got A squared, so that's 3 squared take away. And then we've got B squared. B we know is 2, and then we square it. So I'm just going to write 2 squared. So now working each of these out, I've got 3 squared, which is 9. So 3 times 3 is 9. Take away 2 squared, 2 times 2, which is 4. So now 9 take away 4 gives me 5. And for the last one, we're going to put in the values of A and B. So A is 3, B is 2. So I've got 3 over 2. And you can leave it like this as a fraction, or you can change it into a mixed number, which would be 1.5. Now for these next questions, again, we just follow similar rules. We need to substitute in the value of A when A equals 5 and B, which is equal to 4. So here 2 with the bracket means that it's 2 times by everything inside this bracket. So I'm going to have 2 times by A, which is 5, add B, which is 4. Now working out what's in the bracket first, 5 add 4 gives me 9. And remember, this means multiplied. So 2 times 9 gives me 18. Now for the next one, do a similar thing. So 3 bracket, now I've got 2A, and I know A is equal to 5. So it's 2 times 5, and then I add B, and B is equal to 4. So now tidying up what's inside the bracket, 2 times 5 is 10, add 4, that gives me 3 times 14, which gives a final answer of 42. Now for this last one, we are going to substitute in the values again. like we have been doing, and we have got a fraction. So I'm just going to put that line there so we don't forget it. The top part of the fraction says 5a add 3. So that means 5 times a, we know a is 5, so 5 times 5, add 3, all divided by b, and we know b is equal to 4. So now simplifying this, 5 times 5 is 25. I still need to add 3, and I still have to divide by 4. 25 add 3 is 28, divided by 4, and the answer gives me 7. So 28 divided by 4 equals 7. Now for this question, we need to find the perimeter of the shape when they give us a value for y. So each of these sides have the length y, and it says the perimeter of this pentagon is 5y. So going all the way around the outside of the shape, we have to add up all the sides, and we end up with 5y. There's 5 y's there. And it's saying, what is the perimeter if y equals 2 centimeters? So I know that the perimeter is 5y. So I'm going to use this as my equation. So the perimeter equals 5y, and it says it here, perimeter 5y. And now it's telling us that y is equal to 2 centimeters. So if I substitute that in, I end up with the perimeter equal to 5 times y, so 5 times, and then it's telling us that y is 2. So the final answer, 5 times 2 equals 10, so the perimeter of the whole shape is 10 centimeters. Now for this question here, again, we've got y for each of these sides. And it says, what is the value of y if the perimeter is 30? So I'm going to write that down first. The perimeter is 30 centimeters. And I also know that to find the perimeter, I have to add up each of the sides. So I've got 5 of the y's all added together. So I'm going all the way around this shape. Y add y, add y, add y, add y. So writing this in a simplified way, we've got p equals 5y, and I know that p has to be 30 because it's telling us the perimeter is 30. So I'm going to substitute this value in to p. So putting in the value 30, I've got 30 equals 5y. Now you can just think to yourself, okay, 5 times something has to give me 30, or you can rearrange this equation. So how many 5s go into 30? I know it has to be 6. So each of the sides is 6 centimeters. So that's 6 centimeters, and so on. So this is how you can substitute values into a formula or into an expression to find the final answer.